some fun stories. So the news, the weather report is going to be absolutely fabulous.
Yes, I'm excited for that one. When are we gonna do that one? We have no plan because
We
we
have
were supposed to plan it before we went on, and we
yes, and
didn't
we
do
didn't.
that.
We've been working on some other things on here in the technical
We
end
weren't
of that.
working on anything. He was working on any of these blueberries, which are all gone. I wanted to show everybody. These blueberries are like the biggest blueberries I've
You
ever
got
seen in my life. I'll put up the picture later. I did get a good
yes, you
photo
did.
of
Yeah,
them.
well, it's a good thing
I
you
took
took a
pictures and
picture of them.
everything.
Yes, they were actually almost
They were
pumpkin-sized
like,
blueberries.
yeah, they were
Humongous,
weird.
humongous blueberries. I don't know.
The
They
biggest
must
thing was I've ever seen in my life.
blueberries on steroids. News report at live at 5 on IEN Newswire on that. Too bad we don't have any left because I ate them all.
He did. All right, show you guys.
That.
Everybody say thank you, Roy.
Thank you, Roy. So, how was Halloween?
Halloween was a blast.
It was.
It was freezing. There was this one kid that came by in a shark costume, and I thought he was that Baby Shark song.
Oh, you thought you were gonna do the baby shark thing?
Yeah, so I started singing it like an idiot. But then these teenagers went by, and I told them I'd give them extra candy if they sang that Baby Shark song, and they sang it. So they got handfuls of candy, and then they walked by a second time and sang it again. So then they got more candy. It was cute. They were
That's
into it.
it. Well, that was pretty good. Well, then you might not be
More
the,
trick or treaters this year. I was impressed.
really. So
Yeah.
a lot of people were reporting down again on trick or treaters on that because I went by the store right after about 8:30 last night, and the checker lady said yeah because she just come in late
Mhm.
and that she said yeah we didn't have hardly any kids come in.
We had a good crowd.
Yeah,
Next year we're gonna do kind of like a little block, not like a block party, but like we want to do something fun. I want to do a little haunted house maze thing in my grass. Scare a bunch of kids.
Ooh,
Sounds fun.
yes.
Can you go? Could be the main attraction.
Yes, I would be the main. I don't even have to do anything. I just
I'm
got
just
to
kidding,
show
but
up.
no, that'd be a lot of fun. I want to be that house that just I don't know has fun. You know
Well, that's what it's all about.
exactly.
You got to.
We got to bring it back.
Yes.
I was
Too many
I was happy
uptight.
though.
Too many uptight people in the world today.
Yeah, I'm sitting next to one.
I'm probably the least uptight person sitting on the planet.
Yeah, maybe.
Happier than a clam. I tell everybody,
You're as happy as a clam
yes.
because
What
they're
it-
proving to be happy animals or something. I forgot what we did on that one. Speaking of happy,
Well, speaking of happy,
we need to roll the video of the happiest weather person I think I've ever seen in my
you're
life.
you're just chomping at the bit to play this.
I
one.
am. Halloween is Saturday next year.
Oh, so they don't have to change it. Good. There's no
the
reason.
whole discussion for what?
well,
at
that's
least
just
they-
1 year.
At least they have a year to think about it. They're probably running a test run. That's why they probably are talking about it to see how it'll go. But how would you do that in school though? Maybe celebrate Halloween on like
yes,
Friday.
again, yes, that's another good
But that's a
reason for
great
not
idea.
changing it.
Honestly, my kid's waking up today exhausted. I mean, I get that it's like, okay, I'm not even going to go there.
So we're
Halloween needs to stay on the 31st.
so which side were you on? Were you on the?
I'm torn.
No. I mean, on the eating the candy. Were you on the 28% of the parents that ate more, or that ate more candy than their kids, or?
I don't want to talk about it.
I think we know which. I think we know you
Shut
were
up,
on
Roy. I'm just kidding.
You didn't give the teenagers that did the shark song enough of the candy, huh?
No, gave them plenty because my kids already got enough. I don't like my kids getting a lot of candy for Halloween. I used to, but now I'm like, it lasts forever. It's fun for them for like the first couple days. They trade their little candies with their brothers. After that, they're over it. I end up throwing most of it away or giving a bunch of it away. It's just, it's waste.
Is that the excuse you use to why you're stealing their candy?
Shut up, Roy.
You're probably hiding it from them.
No,
That's
I
why
don't
they're
like
getting.
them having a lot of. I don't.
No,
think
I get that they should.
kids don't need that much candy.
No, that
I mean, they
I
get
do agree with that
they
part.
trick or treat at the mall. They trick or treat their school. Then they get candy from family members. And then they go trick or treating again. It's like, holy crap, how much candy do you freaking need?
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
Well, obviously not enough. But yeah, you can.
I mean, they get more candy than I used to get. And I used to have
Yes.
to work hard for my candy. Now it's like, go to school. Here's a bucket full of candy.
You got
Not
the.
that schools are doing that. I'm just saying.
Jesse's going to hesitate because he was
I
not
know.
liking this, but you got the weather video up.
The happiest weatherman.
Happiest
ever.
weatherman.
Look at this.
No, no, no.
You got to those of you for those on IEN watching on the man. Oh, this guy is in
He is
white
a,
tights with what pink leggies and pink
What
hair.
a pink wig.
What
He
Yes.
is a
wearing, Witzel?
mystical unicorn.
Yes, that's what he's supposed to be as a unicorn.
It is tight, all right.
I love it.
The
Where's my name?
the anchorette is just
Identify
dying
me.
on this whole thing.
We could use a banner up there.
Sure, big one.
He's even got angel wings too.
He had to lose a bet to
You
do
think
that.
so?
Yes.
No, what if
No.
he looks kind of embarrassed?
He's got he's got white wings on the back.
Right?
I think it's hilarious. At least they can have fun,
In character here.
you know.
Sharon agrees.
It's like he doesn't know how to do this. He's like,
I want to see if he even gets through the weather. And he's even got a little tail.
yeah. So he's got a pink tail with on that.
Work that clicker?
Absolutely. Look at that. I got magical hooves.
Did you drive Deerfoot in that?
No, I just got in.
Okay, all right.
No. Yesterday I drove Deerfoot cuddling my pumpkin. And there were people looking at me like, okay, weirdo.
Oh, they're not going to look at you at all like that today.
I didn't even bother shaving. I thought maybe that would add to the whole thing.
Sure, sure. That's where the focus is.
He's even galloping. I love it.
Yeah, that was a. I mean, that
We
takes a
should bet next year.
that takes a lot of guts to do something like
You
that.
think so?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I
Some
mean,
people
yeah,
are
to-
just awesome.
To put yourself out on that, to do that, that's got to be yes.
Jesse, let's do a bet.
Yeah.
Next year, you'll have to wear something like that. if
I
you
would
win
probably-
at something.
I mean, I'm
I'm not gonna win at anything anyways. I never do. Just bet me.
I would. I mean, not saying it, but I mean, it's like that. I mean, you just got to have kind of probably a personality to do that. Like when you told me, oh, to go wear your cat ear headphones, and I did. Most guys wouldn't do that.
I didn't tell you to wear them. I said don't wear them when I'm gone. And the next time I tuned in, you were wearing my cat headphones.
That isn't how I remember. You said it's okay.
Just like you stole these. Those were mine, and then he wears them when I'm not here. So I bought me some new ones that don't go far enough. I can only go back this far.
My costume's chosen next year.
What's your costume?
Whatever my girlfriend chooses.
Booyah.
All that. There's a lot of stuff going on. And one thing, and I want to get the clip out of that, but this is another one that I just ran across over the deal, and it was kind of funny. But a 65-year-old woman I think in Florida went out. There's this 300-pound guy in his boxer shorts trying to break into her home. So she walks outside with a baseball bat, aluminum softball
Ooh.
bat, and clubs the guy to the ground. If you get the
have video of
video
that?
number one, yes, video number one. No, you got to hear the. We got to use this clip as a sound effect. The one she does in there. That's one reason why I want to play it, because that does that. And as the engineer's looking, there it is. Let it rip.
See a large, please say 300-pound man pulling on a car door handle and knocking on its window, attempting to break in, all while only wearing his boxers.
So
Wow.
I grabbed my bat. I braced myself. I eased the door open.
That's when Gainey says 5'6", 300-pound Antonio Mosley charged her. Little did he know she was a high school softball player, a 65-year-old slugger.
I took that bat and hit him upside the paya.
We got to have that. We got to
That's
have
when
that
police
as
say
a sound
Mosley
effect.
ran to a nearby
Hi-ya!
mobile home park, leaving behind his jeans, shirt, and a sock.
He was in his drawers. He didn't have no shoes on, no shirt, or nothing.
Police say a K-9 unit tracked Mosley down inside a mobile home with new pants on and cocaine in his pocket.
No.
Officers brought him back to Gainey to identify him.
I said, yeah. I said, that's him right there. They said, Miss Gainey, he got a big knot on his head.
Mosley was booked in the Alachua County Jail with 2 charges of burglary and drug possession.
If he better be glad I didn't have a gun, because I would have shot him. But this here's my gun right here. Because I was going, fire!
In Gainesville, Jocelyn Howard,
We should-
CBS 4
We should take up a collection and buy her a gun.
No.
Yes, because he should have shot.
No.
Yeah, that guy went up jacked up on cocaine, trying to break into this poor lady's house. I mean, it's fortunate she had the aluminum softball bat to take care of business on that. But dudes like that, and I would like to see the jury that would convict the 65-year-old lady that shot the big 300-pound guy trying to break into her house. I mean,
You don't think somebody out there would? I mean,
you would have
I
to be
don't know.
crazy to do that. I mean, you should have the right, and I mean, I think it is, and I mean, it mostly is in Texas and stuff like that. But and I'm not quite sure, not a lawyer or give legal advice, but if somebody makes even in California, the last I knew, if somebody makes a forced entry into your home, you are justified in shooting them as
think that's wrong.
because no, it is not.
I think they changed that.
They could.
They
be.
have to be facing like a certain way, like their back has to be facing towards
Well,
the house
that's
or some
ridiculous.
crap,
How do you
or
know?
something.
Somebody's busted into your house. You don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you
All
have
bets are off.
No, I don't think you have legal rights anymore to.
Well, I wouldn't put it past California to you change that. That was the law before, even in California. If they made a forcible entry into your home, you were justified in shooting them. Texas, if
so.
anybody is on your property for any reason and will not leave, you have the right to shoot them or do whatever means it takes to get them off of your property. So, and I've said this many times, if that law was across the United States, people's attitudes would be a lot more different than they are now.
But you think so? I feel like the world would just be, because everyone would go on like a murder spree or something.
Is there a big murder spree going on
killing
in
spree.
Texas?
No,
No, they actually have respect for other people's
I know, but
property.
I think it would take a while for people to gain people's respect here in California.
Well, then they need to start gaining it.
well, I want to go on hiding when they start to find it. Please, I'll go to Texas.
No, it's like anything else. And it's the same thing about carrying a gun or anything else. If it was like, let's just say it was back to the Wild West days, or when everybody had a sidearm on their hip, and carrying shotguns or rifles on when they were riding horses or whatever, everybody had a lot more respectability to each other when they were doing that. Over the course of the deal. So, and again, look at, and it's been proven in most studies. If you go, the more armed society you have, the less crime you have overall. As we've tried to confiscate or restrict people's ability to have firearms, you see the crime go up. All I have to do is point to Mexico. Let's just roll south of the border. What happened 100 years ago when they had the Revolution and the people revolted? They went and confiscated all the guns. Consequently, 90% of the people of Mexico are down there in poverty under the control of the government because they have no way to defend themselves. Second Amendment is there to defend you and your family and to defend you from a tyrannical government taking away your natural rights to be a free person. It's the only reason it's there. It has nothing to do with hunting. Enough for the political commentary on that.
Yeah, good, because I was about to tell you, shut up.
So you see, you really education will, in most cases, relieve the angst that you have about these situations. Because once you
What
know,
angst? I don't have angst.
once you have the education, you will find that you will be a safer society if you implement the correct policies versus believing all the nattering nabobs of negativism, the one to tell you all the stuff that's going, that why all this stuff is going on and why it hurts you and da-da-da-da-da. What they're really trying to do is control you.
That's what you're doing.
I'm not controlling you. I want you to be free. I want everybody to be happy as a clam like me.
I don't like this camera zoom in.
Why don't you like the
I don't
camera
know,
zoom
it's
in?
very. Yes.
Maybe because I wiped off the cameras and
Is that what happened?
they don't have 3 acres
I
of
like
dust
the
on them.
filter.
They don't have 3 acres of dust on them.
Naturally.
So we need
There we go.
we need to adjust the lighting a little bit in here to.
I like this tone though.
Yes, the lighting it was okay, like you see when the dust film was on, like this one when it is, but the
What are you doing back there? Sorry. Anyways, did you hear the story of the funeral mourners that got stoned after being served hash cake at a restaurant?
Well, let's let it rip. What's
After eating cake, 13 people experienced nausea, dizziness, and needed medical treatment. In Germany, I guess it's common when, after attending a funeral, you go and you get coffee and cake. However, the young 18-year-old baked a cake for another occasion, which is under investigation, and accidentally served her hash cake to the funeral goers.
Do you think that? Wait a minute. You think that was an accident?
Well, seeing that she's under investigation, I'm pretty sure she probably would not have wanted to serve her hash cake to people attending a funeral. I mean, that's kind of crappy.
I am very skeptical that that was a accident.
You think it was an accident, though? I don't think so.
Read on.
I mean, well, that's pretty much all I got because I skipped through. But you think that was an accident?
No, that was not an accident.
I think it was. Why don't you think it was an accident?
Because people do this stuff all the time.
I don't know.
They slip you in the weed brownies or whatever on the. How many times has that happened to that?
But this isn't Germany, though, so maybe it's a little different out there.
Actually, I think it's kind of what. I mean, do you think? I mean, it would probably be in a lot of places a weird tradition of doing that of that. But I think it's. I mean, to me, it's like that. Well, let's say this.
Like the wedding story. Remember, did you hear that story about how a bunch of people at the wedding ended up getting like the stomach bug or whatever because someone poisoned them?
Yes.
And they were all throwing up, like everybody's barfing everywhere. That obviously was not an accident. That was like.
That's
was
what I mean.
planned.
I have a hard time believing
But
that
people,
the
getting
person.
people high.
Oh well, I just mixed up the stash I had over here, and
well, she's gonna be in trouble. I mean, she's under investigation. And
well, come
everything.
to California. It's legal now. Where was this at?
In Germany.
Oh, in Germany.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what they're. I don't remember. Is weed and stuff legal in Germany, or are they too
don't
uptight
know.
over there?
I don't think so.
Most of Europeans.
Either
are,
way, I think hash is like kind of a different level of that.
Well, yeah, but even so, in a lot of the European countries, they're a lot more lax on the overall drug thing than we are, like in the United States. That's why I was just wondering.
I don't know. Well, the mom accidentally took the wrong cake out of the freezer that the teenager had baked for another occasion. So probably parents were planning a trip out, and she decided to bake herself a.
So
party cake.
which one? Who was baking the hash brownies? The teenager.
daughter-
The teenager.
Yes, but mom grabbed the wrong cake out of the freezer.
So did the kid have permission to be making the hash brownies?
Probably not, but the kid's under investigation, so she won't be in trouble. But I mean, maybe I don't know. That's too bad. You're at a funeral, then you're stoned. Now you're at the
Well,
hospital,
yes.
wondering what the hell's going
Well,
on with
I
you.
mean, that's what I was getting at. I mean, maybe you make the funeral like a happy occasion.
No, that's what I was thinking. Well, maybe
Yeah,
you're having
everybody's-
some laughs. And
Well,
having
yeah,
some
everybody's
munchies.
having.
But no, now you're at the hospital getting medical treatment.
Yeah, for the ones that weren't used.
But why would
to.
you need medical treatment though? That's intense.
Well, I guess some people are probably. I mean, I imagine some people are probably allergic to that.
Have you ever taken an edible?
No.
Might be super strong.
Mm.
Have you ever taken an edible?
Yes, never again.
I've heard that some people just have a pretty bad reaction to that.
Well, I know it's like stronger, but to have to go, well, I guess a slice of cake is probably a lot.
I took this much.
He's doing like this much, the size of the blueberries that Roy ate. Not indicating there was anything in the blueberries, just saying. It's like I had to clear that up. Got you, boo. I don't know why you put me on here. Anyways.
Well, it puts a little bright, sunshiny fun into everything.
Ah, a
I-
modern.
No, it's that unpredictability that.
Yeah, even I don't know what I'm going to say. It scares me.
I got good news for the presidential run.
What's good
Why?
news?
Jesse,
What? Well, I don't know. For me, it's
no politics on Friday.
Beto O'Rourke now ceased dropping out of the 2020 presidential bid.
Wow.
Since we were talking about Texas, he's a big guy.
Well, run the video. Is there a video?
Well, it was
There was a little
yeah,
video.
there was a little had the
Since you
triangle
brought
with
it
the
up.
circle. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Jesse. Lucy, control your child.
No, put that up. Since you put it up there, put that story back up. See if there is a video to that. I want to see
There
what
was a video.
yeah, it
Someone
looked
dancing or
like it was.
something.
Former Texas
There we go.
Representative Beto O'Rourke has just announced he is dropping out of the 2020 presidential race. He just tweeted this in part, quote, on your screen. Our campaign has been about seeing clearly, speaking honestly, and acting decisively in the best interests of America. Though it is difficult to accept, it is clear to me now that this campaign does not have the means to move forward successfully. Again, Beto O'Rourke dropping out of the 2020.
I can give you the crib notes of that. He's not getting enough money sent to him to continue, so he's dropping out of the race. That is the reason why he's dropping out of the race. It is because if he was up in the polls and getting money flowing in and stuff like anything else, he would be standing right in there. Because 98.7% of all politicians are narcissists, ego freaks, yada yada yada. Look at me, and they just love. In short words, most of them are attention whores, and they love that. So they cannot. That's why they cannot let go of getting. Once they get into office, they never want to let go of it, because once they're out of office, then they're like nobody again, and their psyches can't handle that.
Jesse, what are you doing with your hair? It's like so distracting.
Why is that distracting?
Because it's, I don't know. It reminded me of the unicorn on the thing. Anyways, who's that guy that's running?
He
I know.
he ran
Don't touch
against
me,
he
people.
ran against Ted Cruz as senator, and almost came within a couple percentage points in Texas.
Well, even his exit, like saying he's coming out, doesn't.
So he
seem
was
to be
kind of-
written very.
After he ran real close to Ted Cruz in Texas, which was kind of unusual, a Democrat almost winning a Senate seat in there, which ain't done in God knows a gazillion years. So he was kind of coming out of the 2018 election. He was kind of looked at as one of the superstars, rising stars in the Democratic Party. So he jumped in the presidential race, and his star looks like it's a falling star now. So we'll see. But I bet he will. I bet you he'll resurface again, doing something. But we'll see if he was just a flash in the pan, or if that's going to come up, or doing that. You want to scroll through?
You want to see what made me mad for him?
Go
gosh.
ahead.
That's what made me.
Oh, Beto O'Rourke's bold. Yes, he was a fanatic. Talk about gun control. Yes, Beto O'Rourke's bold statement on gun control. Hell yes, he wants to take your AR-15 and every other firearm you have. Oh, he was a complete he was for all confiscating every gun, melting them down. He's a complete freaking nutcase. He wants a communist, totalitarian society where he rules, because if you don't have a weapon to defend yourself from a tyrannical government like he would want, the United States as you know it, and you as a free people, would be over.
Jesse.
See, Jesse, dude, you haven't learned the part. You're actually more in danger of moving when she throws something, because you might accidentally get in the fire path. Because if you stay perfectly still, it's going to whiz right by you.
Shut up.
But tell him,
so true.
Jesse. Well,
Come on,
tell her.
Aaron.
I'll tell the little story on Wednesday. I was trying to get Jesse's attention. He was over there, as I say, looking at the stupid 3x5 screen, and I'm going nothing, and he's like. So I picked up your
My dart.
no, the smiley face. Boom! Right on top of the. This guy damn near jumped out of his seat when I hit him. Yes, I do. Well, if I aim to hit the target, I'm usually 98.7% of the time I'm going to hit it.
Show off.
One time, bullseye right on the nose. Never even thrown the thing before.
Well, aren't you just magical? Freaking unicorn. Dang. I missed it too? That sucks.
Yes.
Anyways, a modern haunted house requires insurance, drug test for entry. Before you get spooked, better scare up some documents first.
Okay.
So,
And
in Summertown, Tennessee, a haunted house that promises an extreme experience that can last up to 10 hours requires participants to be medically cleared by a doctor and sign a 40-page waiver. What do you think about that? And
Oh,
you
is
have
that
to be
the-
18 years and older.
is that the torture house we
Yes,
were talking
you have
about?
to be
earlier? Oh.
insured and pass a background check and a drug test. That is intense.
So is this the thing you were talking about that says you can win 20 grand if you stay in if you?
They offer $1,000 to anyone who completes the tour, but says no one has ever done it. He records each tour on video for his own protection, he says, which I don't know, and then posts them online showing them quitting in humiliation. It nearly costs nothing to enter but a bag of dog food.
Have you ever eaten
I
dog?
don't know.
Have you
why
ever
the
eaten dog food?
Have I? No,
Really?
really. Really, is this going to be? Why are you asking me? We're talking about signing a 40-page
Well,
waiver and how
no,
to get
you just
medically
said the
cleared.
only thing. If I heard that right, the only thing you can have is dog food.
The only thing it costs to enter.
Oh, it's so you got to.
It costs nearly nothing to enter, just a bag of dog food.
Oh, did they torture dogs in there too?
No, but I'm wondering why they want the dog food.
They're probably donating it. That isn't
Weird.
that hard to figure out.
Well, they should specify to donate and not to make people that go in there eat it. Anyways, 40-page document. Do you really think that that's like legit? I want to watch one of these videos.
To see, yeah, did they have video? Yeah, it would be neat
It's
to
on
see the
YouTube.
videos of the
Producer should have picked up on that.
Uh-oh. Somebody's in trouble.
Just saying. You want to talk politics? You're dropping the ball over here on my Friday show. But to get medically cleared too and all that, that's like intense. I wonder what they do to these people. Would you ever do that for $1,000? Would you go through that?
How long did it take? 10 hours or something?
It says extreme experience that can last up to 10 hours requires participants to be medically cleared by a doctor and sign a 40-page waiver.
I could probably be talked into doing something like that.
For $1,000?
Seems a little
If
light. I mean, if it's going to take up to 10 hours, I think the prize should be a hell of a lot more.
$1,000 for 10? That's less than a day. Make $1,000 in 10 hours?
Well, yeah, but I mean, depends what the torture is. I mean, you'd have to see what, when you're signing the 40-page waiver on that, I mean, I mean, it's like a risk-reward thing.
If I drive you up there, will you do it?
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, just depends.
I'll buy
what
the dog food too. I got the bag.
Are you
I
gonna
bought it
make
before I
me eat
came
it too?
No, but they might.
Actually, cat
Did you
food's
find a video?
cat food's a little more healthy for you because cat food's got more meat in it.
They're like, they're long. You want me? I got testimonials.
Oh, that's fine. See what a
I want to
testimony.
skip through it. I just want an idea of what.
This is the most ridiculous thing in my entire life, and it is by far the greatest thing. And I love to hate you. You are awesome.
Oh. No more.
Wow, he has duct tape around his neck.
You taped me up 5 times, all right? More than these guys, you had my mouth taped. You had my eyes taped about 3 times. And I can't even breathe right now. Oh, God.
Wow.
Look. I don't ever want to come back. This is it. Oh, God.
It was amazing. You guys know how to, like, set up something that will scare the shit out of people.
Good thing we're on
Yeah.
the.
She looks.
I've never been such terrorized and, like, thrown around like a piece of paper.
That was
Wow.
awesome. It wears you out. It's scary and shit. It was awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
and now, oh my God. I'm like not gonna be able to sleep.
Well, he looks like. I mean, I don't know if that's fake blood, but he's bleeding around the eyes. It looks like. Or something.
Well, they all come out with
And
this
it's worth it.
stuff around them.
Yeah, I don't know if they're just if they're
Totally worth
just
it. You gotta check it
doing
out.
that or it's actually
Once I got
the
Okay.
wet, it was freaking cold and
This is just weird.
I mean, the thing of it is they have the incentive of you not to collect the $1,000. So I mean, how deep does the torture go? I mean, if they're I mean, depends on all of the steps that they're going through to do it. I mean, if it's really involved, then the prize needs to be up because you're obviously going to hang in there more of that. But are they stacking? And it seems like what they're doing is they're stacking the deck to where you're going to win. They're going to ratchet up the torture on you enough that you're not going to win the $1,000 on that. Versus that, it's not going to be worth taking the risk of winning $1,000 versus
the mental.
yes. But if let's say
That's
let's say the
insane.
prize was $100,000 or $1 million, now we're talking.
Yeah. No, there's
You-
no way in hell I'd even do that.
$1,000 today is not that much money.
Yeah. I
I
wouldn't
mean,
even eat dog food for $1,000.
for
No, I'm just kidding. I totally would.
no, well, no.
I
well,
definitely would. But no, that's just the way those people.
Yeah, I
were
would
when they
like to
came
see-
out. That's creepy. Like they were like, I don't know, what were they on? They had to have been on something, or just like one of those people that are just like really into like that torture kind of stuff.
right.
Because they looked a little excited in
Excited.
a different way.
You're
One
kidding.
of them seemed like he was like, I don't know, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Anyways, that
Why
was a
don't you
bad
want to
story.
talk about it?
Because I'm just like, ugh. I don't know.
You're
He looked like he was like turned on by all of it. Don't
really.
you think? Are you even listening to me?
No.
I didn't think so. I could tell. Don't you think, Jesse?
I mean, no.
That one girl, she seemed like she really was.
It is. It is on the.
I want to go get them all therapy
Really.
and help them.
You think so?
Maybe give them a hug. You're still not listening.
Yes, I am.
Ow!
No, the kids are playing again. They're throwing their toys again.
He's hitting me.
Yeah. On that, roll up the stories on IEN, and we'll go through. Yes, well, that's part of it. It's on IEN, so have the video ready. When we get to that, we'll play the video on the. This is kind of the semi-professional way we're doing things.
Today for National Days, it's National Cinnamon Day. I'm going to cut you off. National
Oh, I love
Calzone Day.
No.
I know.
National Cinnamon Day. I mean, we should all be bowing to the altar of cinnamon because, as you may know, on the humongous blueberries, like everything else that carbohydrates, lots of cinnamon on there.
And it's also National Vinegar Day.
Ooh, do you drink about an ounce or two a day of straight apple cider vinegar every day?
And it's also National Deep
Have
Fried.
you ever? Oh, have you ever drank apple cider vinegar straight?
No. Does it flush you out? Or am I going to throw up?
Oh yes.
I'll do it.
Oh,
for a
that's
dollar.
it. Recorded. Make sure you mark this time and spot.
But you didn't say how much I have to drink.
Capful. Just
Oh, yeah,
one
I'll do it. For sure.
it.
Why would I vomit? Am I going to vomit?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Anyways, it's also National Deep Fried Clams Day. It's
Yes!
like your day.
Everything. This must be my week.
Cinnamon Day, Vinegar Day, Deep Fried Clams Day, a brush day, and you have great hair to brush. Wow. Cook for your pets day too. You better go cook for your doggies.
The world revolves around Roy.
I guess it does. And it's Jersey Day too. You failed on that one, but that's all right. November 2nd is National Deviled Egg Day, Ohio Day, and Bison Day.
Bison. Ever had bison?
No,
Oh, it's absolutely fabulous.
I will not. Daylight Savings Time is on Sunday.
Turn them clocks back.
We gain an hour of sleep. November 4th, and I don't get this, is National Candy Day.
No, wait.
That should be October 31st.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess that's a rebound from that. No. Where do you stand on the since you mentioned it about
Daylight
the
savings time?
yes? Where do you stand?
They
on
shouldn't change it. I'm irritated that
Yes.
they want to.
And
It's a pain in the butt, and I hate changing the clocks. I always forget to
Yes.
change one clock, and then I'm like, oh my god, what time is it? The kids get thrown off, except for when you can lie to them and be like, hey, it's bedtime, when really it's not. I mean, that one's great. But, I mean, just suck it up and keep traditions going.
yes.
Next, they're going to want to move Christmas to, like, New Year's Eve. New
You're
Year's Day.
agreeing with me.
No, I'm agreeing with the rest of the world. You just kind of have to fall in that category. I ain't agreeing with nothing. I lost my thought. November 5th, National Donut Day. I thought there was already one, though. National Love Your Red Hair Day. November 6th, National Nachos Day.
Well, I think every day is National Donut Day, isn't it?
I try to avoid donuts. I'm trying to go back on my diet again. It's not working out so well. Ooh, November 8th, National Cappuccino Day.
No, that's something I don't. Well, why people pay $3, $4, and $5 for a whatever you call them cappuccinos or these special things from Starbucks and yada yada? What is the matter with straight black coffee?
Rory, what the hell's wrong with you? I'm just kidding.
Well,
No,
there is
because
something wrong
cappuccinos
with
are
me 'cause-
delicious.
because I put, and there was a new study out
But
talking.
cappuccinos are espresso.
New study out. Cocoa and dark chocolate, very good for you. Heart health, everything else. Part of the mixture
For now.
is in here, along with cayenne pepper, is straight cocoa, dark chocolate, no sweeteners, no nothing, just straight you get all the goodies and all the benefits of that. What people kill it is when they dump the sugar in.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. What is in there? You said like 8 different things.
Oh, well, there's probably more than 8 different things in here.
So
But that's
it's-
what you
okay.
should be putting in your coffee.
It's coffee with cocoa,
Cayenne pepper,
cayenne pepper, cinnamon,
turmeric. It's got turmeric.
probably paprika, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's got peppermint.
Okay.
What's the other one? I'm trying to think of the other. Yes, there's ginger in there. There's about 3 more herbs and stuff that are in there that I'm drawing a blank on. But yeah, there's about 8 or 10 different mixtures of that. But there no sugar in it, no nothing, no artificial flavors, sweeteners, chemicals, anything. All natural ingredients in there. Cost you almost nothing. You know, to brew a cup of coffee costs you about 5 cents.
Okay. Not using a Keurig, doing like the coffee.
So why
ground.
would you want to pay? It astounds me that people pay $3, $4, and $5 for.
a fancy coffee?
Yes.
I don't know. I like my cappuccino.
When you could drink much healthier, if you want to be able to hit the target, if you want to be able to climb 75 feet up the junkyard tower in record time, if you want to be able to crawl through the obstacle course at the mud run,
Hey, I was able to crawl through and I drink my fancy coffee.
yes, at a pace that you don't have to time somebody with an hourglass.
Talking about what hourglass?
Of that. I'm trying to get you mad.
I don't know. I already tried to flip you off. You didn't see it though. Why would you get me mad? You never get me mad. All the time.
Yeah.
Every day. I'm just kidding.
Flip the stories up on IEN.
Anyways.
We'll roll through them. Or you got anything
Such a
else?
delight. I don't think so.
Okay, we're going to do the local news and views and all that stuff of all that we post on IEN because you all say you want local coverage of that. So, no, scroll back
do?
down. Scroll back down. What?
You say down, but you really want him going up,
Yes.
right?
Well, no, I want to do that. We covered it yesterday, but here's the booking photos of the 26 fine citizens, yes, that were arrested in the latest quality of life sweep going through Idlewild and Anza. They had Idlewild, Merino Valley, I think some of Temecula, a lot of residents from all over the place. But this was the latest sweep. There's the booking photo of the Lucky 26 on that. Look at all the people reach shares. So I'm saying people love this local news coverage that they're not getting in most cases anywhere else. Most places will not show you the booking photos like this of the actual people that they are picking up out there in the streets. They've been doing that. Chad Bianco, the sheriff, and his team of that have all been doing a great job getting these people off the street. And like I said, it shows when they stop, when our public officials don't give us all the excuses why they can't do something. They're out there doing something with the tools they have. So when they tell you they can't do something in whatever that, they're probably, in 98.7% of the cases, they're not giving you the whole story. And if there's a will, there's a way. Our sheriff's department is out there sweeping our streets clean. They've been doing it for the past 3 or 4 months, and hopefully they will keep it going because Lord knows we need it.
Okay, so what are they saying they can't do? I don't get it when you say that.
What? No, they
You said when
all
they
the
say
time when
can't
they
do something.
the whole homeless issue for the last 8 or 10
Oh,
years.
don't go on about the homeless. I'm tired about
That's
hearing
what they've
the
said.
homeless.
They said no, we can't do
No, we're
it.
not talking about homeless today.
We can't do
No.
anything with them.
No.
Yada yada yada. Da,
Oh,
da,
she's
da.
cute.
Have the snake video ready. Woman found dead with a python
Shut
wrapped around her neck. This
up.
woman was found with a python, but the house had 140 snakes in it.
No.
Not only that, here's the more intriguing part, and when I'll tell you,
I don't want to see
have the video up. No, they don't show the snakes of that. But the more intriguing part of that is the sheriff actually owns the house. Back it up and
Say an 8-foot reticulated python wrapped itself around 36-year-old Laura Hurst's neck. The home is registered to the Benton County, Indiana Sheriff's Office. Now, no one lives there, and it is set up to house snakes. Police say 20 of the 140 snakes in the home belong to Hurst, and she visited them twice a week. They are awaiting the results of toxicology tests. Katie Johnston for CBS Chicago.
So this story, not only is it intriguing that she got strangled by the python, the sheriff owns the house, and they turned it into a snake sanctuary, and she only had 20 of the 140 snakes. How many other people got snakes, and why is the sheriff allowing his home or a home he owns to be turned into a snake
Aren't
sanctuary?
pythons not supposed to be like a pet?
Well, I would imagine. Yes, they've been.
Like some animals, you just can't, like tigers, you can't have as a pet.
Well, I don't know.
Like
if-
you have to get like a license and all this.
Well,
like,
maybe they did. That will probably come out in the. But they're very dangerous. Because that's what they do. They coil around. There've been many cases people have had so-called pet pythons or whatever, and
I'm so sad.
They sit there and wrap themselves. They can, because what are they? Some of them I think can get 8, 12, 20 feet long. I mean, there's been cases where pythons have wrapped themselves completely around people, and then their body they can contract all their muscles, and they just squeeze the freaking life. They just crush you.
I know what they do.
They're very powerful.
How sad.
I mean, that's why if you have any brains, you don't have tigers and pythons and stuff because they are very dangerous. No matter what you do with them, they are still very dangerous wild animals, and they can turn like that. They don't have the concept of right or wrong or this or that. They're still wild freaking animals, and the risks of that. And this lady obviously paid the price of that because once the python got probably done this 100 times or something, but on 101, you know what? You're going to be looking at the roots of the grass.
Well, so much for our Fun Friday. Now I'm just like depressed.
So roll up the next one on there. That oh yeah, there's.
Come on, Roy.
Well, there was a fatal accident in Cherry Valley today. On that. We're rolling through the news stories.
This is why I avoid the news.
Fatal accident was in Cherry Valley on today. One person perished in a two-car
Aw.
accident with two people. So,
sad.
that's a good. Roll up the next story on the meter. Oh, there's the that's the Maria fire, which seemed to be putting out. It was down by the Lake Matthews area. It started this afternoon. Fire department jumped on it real quick. It seems like they got it out contained. It didn't spread. So for those of you that seen the smoke or whatever in that area, that one got on that. See, look at that, 32 shares, gazillion people reach. People love this stuff. Roll up to the next one. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Trick-or-treaters help find illegal weed and bypassed electric meter in San Jacinto. Again, the trick-or-treats, parents went in, or the parents were with their kids out in San Jacinto. They walk up to this house, well, the front door's open. It probably had a funny smell coming out of it. So one of the parents kind of walked inside, and know what they found? An illegal weed growing on. So they called the cops. Cops came out, confiscated all the stuff, found the bypassed electric meter in the garage and all that stuff. So note to those of you who are doing illegal weed grows, it is probably not a good idea to leave the front door open, and especially on Halloween, where people are going to be coming up to your front door innocently looking for candy or a trick-or-treat or seeing a carved-out pumpkin like you see. What sort of geniuses did that? Unfortunately,
people that are high and probably
yes,
have to close the door.
Yeah, unfortunately, they did, or they weren't there, or something. But yeah, they're probably out running around in their boxer shorts trying to break into somebody else's house, and hopefully there's a 65-year-old lady with an aluminum baseball bat ready to do that, if not a gun to defend herself. Let's put it that way. Next door. Oh, you're on the ball here. You're running at. This is one. California, the state that generates power with wind, but shuts off the power when it's windy. Yes, you're moving my store on that. Only in insane California would we went on this green energy kick. When the wind blows, we shut off the electricity when the wind generators are working at their peak. What is
They're
wrong?
storing the energy.
No, they're not. They do have no
I
way.
don't know. I got solar, so I don't have that problem.
Yes, you do. You're contributing to the problem.
No.
As if you follow the links in my story on that, what the problem is the same with solar or wind. And even with that, when they're generating too much peak power because it overruns the grid, and we have to pay Arizona and Nevada to take our power, else it's going to burn the grid off. Consequently, when there's peak power demand, solar, which is from about 4 o'clock to about 7 o'clock every day, solar is probably working at 20% efficiency. Because the sun's going down, and especially during the wintertime, it's not even working at all. Because you know what? It's getting dark at 5 o'clock. So you have to have a backup system, either nuclear power, generators, something else. So for every kilowatt that's on your house or anywhere else, or all these wind, you have to have a backup system that will supply power when those systems are not working. And in fact, when your systems are producing too much power, everybody else is paying, we are all paying other states to take our electricity so it doesn't burn up our grid.
Yep, moving on. Come on, Roy, what the hell?
There was a pedestrian fatality last night on Temecula. Those of you going out the 15 as you're going out south, you climb up the road and you see Rainbow Road. Somebody was wandering down the freeway and got hit last night. So that was see, look at all everybody, people pay attention to this stuff. They love it. School threats.
Facebook puts it on their page because they want everybody to be depressed and freaking sad.
School threats. Some student at Heritage Intermediate School in the Etiwanda School District decided he was going to make a threat, or allegedly made a threat on the school. So he got a knock on the door. Him and his parents got a knock on the door from the Fontana police, and he was subsequently arrested on that. The good news is the cops found
13-year-old.
yes.
13 years old.
The good news is the cops determined there was no credible threat to that. The threat he made was he was going to come in and conduct a shooting at the school. The cops found that there was no credible threat. He had no weapons to do it. There didn't seem to be any danger. But be apprised out there, students of all school districts, if you are going to make a threat like that, the odds of you getting caught in today's society are going to be very good. Because these little 3x5 screens that you're making these threats or doing that on, everything is freaking recorded. So all they have to do is go back and look, and voila, you're going to get a visit from the popo, and you're going to be answering questions you probably really don't want to answer. So scroll up to the next one. Oh, that's the fire in Santa Paula, on the South Mountain. That's went up to what? I think it's over 10,000 acres now. Many structures burnt. That started late last night on that, and it's another one of these. So let's wind it up on the. Let's see what's up the next one. So I wanted to just to wind this up and to do it on the electricity part of that. Part of the
electricity more?
part of the deal up until 1970, we had at the turn of the century in 1900s. There was over 3 million acres that were burning every year. By 1970, we had cut it down to 250,000, and we were controlling it. Now it's back up to 2 million. Look at all the lives and every property that's been destroyed and continuing to be destroyed and be destroyed this year again. And it's all because of the public policy we have that's stupid, that will not let us maintain that the stupid eco freaks have put in place that claim they're environmentalists. They're the ones destroying the environment today. It's not us that are talking about the nuclear power and all the good stuff that would actually make our lives much better. Have gas at $2 a gallon like everybody else. Have power like we were in California prior to 1970. We were one of the cheapest. Now we are the highest electricity rates by like over 30%. Like our gas is 50% higher than everybody else. We are stuck on stupid in this state.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. Yes. I agree. 1970 rocked. Get that damn camera off. Jerk. I know where you live, Jesse. I know where you live. Anyways.
Why don't you like the camera?
I don't like that camera. It's too close. Shows too much. Anyways.
Up close and personal with
I know,
Stephanie.
it's like 2. Hello. Yeah. Tonight is Friday.
Yes. No kidding. It's going to be Friday all day today.
What is going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I know this. Well, ask me what's the big Orange Show Speedway 300 lap figure 8 race, $10,000 to win. That'll be a big. There are people coming from all over the United States to run that particular race tomorrow night at the Orange Show Speedway. That's a big deal coming out there. So all you figure 8 fans, that's probably the biggest figure 8 race on the West Coast, bar none on the deal. So that's one humongous event that's going on in the IE. So take advantage of that if you are so fan, because hopefully they'll pack the place over there at the Orange Show Speedway. Longest running, one of the longest running. I know out here in, I think even Southern California, maybe in California, longest running speedway that we have going. I think they built it right after the Second World War. It was built part of the WPA program, which I'm sure you're quite familiar with.
I'm not even listening to you.
I know that.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
You know what is coming up that I'm kind of excited about? I mean,
What's
it's a little bit away, but the at Lake Paris, the boat parade,
When is that?
December 14th.
Oh, that's coming up December.
I mean,
14th.
it'll be here before we know it. But I want to attend this year. I always say I want to go,
And you
and I
never
never
go.
make it out there because something usually comes up around that time. It's just busy. Obviously for everybody, but I really want to go this year. I think it'll be really neat.
You think so?
I know so. I'm looking forward
So-
to it. Tomorrow in Riverside is the Day of the Dead event beginning at 1 to 7 p.m. Don't ask me where because I still can't find it. But it's on Facebook, so if you guys type in and find Day of the Dead in Riverside, that'll be fun.
Well, it should be just finishing up, but they had the big Trump rally down in Temecula today from 4 to 6 at the Temecula Duck Pond. Let's see what else is coming out. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, Community Day of Service in Moreno Valley. So
Show off.
I think they're meeting at the Conference and Rec Center on that. So anybody that wants to come out, help beautify the community and invest a little bit in our community, you can do that tomorrow. Show up about by 9 o'clock at the Conference and Rec Center, and that'll be going on, I think, from 9 to 12. So that's another great event coming up. Yeah, I covered championship, West Coast Figure 8 Championship at Orange Show Speedway on that. What else we got here? The San Bernardino Air Fest is on Sunday. That's a big deal out at the San Bernardino International Airport, formerly known as Norton Air Force Base. That's another big show. That'll be going on Sunday. Spark and Love Toy Drive and Car Show will be going on in Upland on that. So that's another one of the things you could participate. Events coming up in the IE. And Jesse will be giving dance lessons.
Go Jesse.
As
Go
he's,
Jesse.
Yes, that with it and modeling his whatever. What kind of hat do you call that?
A beanie.
Well, no, with the. Is there some special name with the things that hang down?
As far as I know, it's just a knit cap.
Oh,
It's from a
It's for winter when it's cold.
what TV show?
called Firefly.
Put the camera on you. Model your hat. Because everybody needs to see your hat. There you go. Yeah, I've never seen the flapper ears before.
I think it's cute.
It's a post-Halloween one. It's orange and yellow.
Teresa writes in, who was striking outside of March Air Force Base? I didn't know
Dunno.
anyone was striking.
Yes. Were they protesting outside?
We'll
of-
have to go find out.
Yes, we'll have to get the information on it.
Interesting.
What's up out at March Air Force Base? See, now are you going to castigate Teresa for bringing up something negative?
No, because I like Teresa. No, I like you too. No, it's just, I don't know. Sometimes it's nice to just come in here and just be silly. I feel like talking about all the negative all the time. It's exhausting.
Well, you run out of stories.
I know, but it's like we cover the same stories. It's either the district, not this one, but any schools, the homeless, the president, or the government. I mean, it's just like, I just get lost in all that. I don't know why. I know that a lot of people like me are the same way too. When you just talk about it, it's just like I zone out. I can't. Like when I talk and you zone out. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I know I should be into it more. I'm just not. I don't feel like my little voice is going to change anything.
Why
Me
not?
sitting here complaining about homeless isn't going to do crap.
Well, no,
It's
I'm
not
not
gonna do a
complaining
damn
about that. I'm applauding
I'm not saying
the
you
sheriff's
are.
department.
Yeah, no, I know.
Finally, they're doing something.
I'm just saying in general.
And see, this is what all the complaints of doing it. Finally, we are galvanizing the support to go
See,
out
but
there
I feel
and
like
get
when
something
people
done.
sit there and complain, or they sit there and nitpick, or they sit there and they go out
Do
and
you
call
think-
people out and stuff. I'm not saying you or anything.
No.
I'm just saying in general, I think that people are just shutting it out now. Like they don't. You lost your voice. Not you. I'm just saying in general. You lose your voice when you act that way.
No, it's exactly this whole thing is exactly proving my point. If the people that were going up, if nobody was complaining about the homeless or the vagrants or the illegal weed grows or the stealing of electricity and all that other stuff, then nobody would do anything
Well, I'm not talking
about
about
it.
the stealing of the electricity. I'm just saying in general. I think if that we all came together and had solutions for
We did.
something
This is a
instead of
solution.
complaint.
We're getting them off
I
the
know,
streets.
I'm not saying about that. I'm just saying in general. Sometimes it's just nice to just have fun.
Well, we
and
do.
be silly and not talk about people dying or getting strangled by snakes. She was very beautiful, and that's very sad for her family. I feel bad for them. But why the hell would you have so many snakes
Well,
in the freaking
again,
house?
actions have consequences. If you're going to
Why would
play,
you have that many snakes in a damn house?
well, again, that's
I
the
want
whole
to see
thing.
photos
But
of
if
that
you're
house.
going to play with pythons, the part of the risk of that is, they may kill you,
I know.
and that's just part of the deal.
It was a good story. Just bums me out.
Why?
Anyways.
I mean, to me, I don't. In a way, I mean, not that it isn't a tragedy or something, but she knew the risks of
I
what
know.
it takes of doing
I
that.
know.
And if the snake chokes you to death,
I thought we were
well,
going to see some cool snake video. I didn't know we were walking into that one. And now I got suckered into drinking a cap full of apple cider vinegar. How the hell did that happen? We're talking about torturing people.
well, you rolled right
Social
into it.
maneuver.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
What the hell's going on here? So confused.
Jesse must
Anyways.
have done that before, because he's already. he's already.
He's over here laughing.
Yes.
I retract that. I'm not going to do that.
How
How are you going to make me? You going to sue me? I know. You've been served. Anyways.
It's kind of that little part of how you, like I say, I'm retarded. I can drink that stuff straight. Most people can't.
Teresa writes in, here's something to think about. Why do people grow pot in a house? Why don't they pick a solar house?
No, the reason they're stealing electricity.
Thanks, Teresa. Here we go again. Back in 1969.
No, the reason they are stealing electricity, it's not that they're making buku of dollars in these illegal weed grows in houses. It's not that they can't pay for the electricity. They don't want to. They're bypassing the meter, so it's not tripping off. Hey, Fred and Joe over here are using $10,000 a month in power of that, when the average house is using $500 a month at the $1,000 at the maximum. It trips off. Well, what's going on over here that they're using all this power? So they bypass the meter, so it's not tripping off alarm bells at the electricity company that these guys are using out of a home sitting in San Jacinto or Moreno Valley or wherever is using $10,000 in electricity. So it's not that they can't pay for it, and they probably would pay for it in a normal world, and they should. We have a legal process and legal areas for you to grow. You can grow 6 plants in your home.
They need the lights to do that.
But you're not going to use $10,000 worth of, and that is perfectly legal. The cops will not be knocking on your door if you have 6 plants in your home, that you're growing them for your personal use or whatever you're doing, or making edibles out of them, or so the teenage kid can give them to the fine folks at the funeral home, and they're all they're all getting. And that was your story.
I thought that was funny.
So.
My sadness goes out to that family as well. But at
So
least you were high and
that's
doing
the
it.
whole idea behind it. There's a legal process. There's a legal way to do it. Now that it's there, we need to start busting these people that are doing this and stealing electricity and basically ruining houses and stuff and ruining the neighborhood because they're doing all this crap in there. They shouldn't be doing. Shouldn't be growing. You shouldn't be taking
Should
a
not be growing.
residential that and growing 10,000 plants in the damn thing
No.
or what. It wasn't built for that.
It was not.
It's unsafe. Like the one
Very
in
much so.
like the other one that was the other day in Hemet, they caught that one because the freaking place caught on fire because they're jumping the electric meter.
Bastards.
$500,000 worth of electricity they've stolen.
That's
And you know
insane.
what? You and I all pay for that. Any more questions, Teresa?
She doesn't. Jeffrey wrote in, they are after hemp hardcore up here. Told them to plow 1.4 million in plants 3 days ago. Legal grow.
Well, how can they do that on a legal grow? I'd like to know more. Jeffrey, send some more information on that, because that was part of the one of the ones that got busted. The down in Anse or somebody's robbing a legal hemp place. Or they did an armed robbery or stealing the hemp plants, which hemp has no THC, the stuff that makes you go, hey man, and get the
I
munchies.
thought hemp did.
No, hemp has no THC.
Well, wasn't that the story? Wasn't it no, it was a hash. Never mind. It was a hash cake.
Yes, hash is a little different.
Hash has like
Hemp
a ton
has,
in there, doesn't it?
I mean, hemp has such a very small amount of THC in it that you could smoke it from now until the time you croaked, and you would never get high off the stuff. The THC is what makes you get high off the stuff, and that's the difference between marijuana and hemp, is that marijuana has THC.
Right.
Hemp is used, and we finally, our esteemed president, Donald J. Trump, finally made hemp grow legal across the 57 states, as Obama said. So it's a federal law now that you can grow hemp anywhere in the U.S. of A. So I would be very interested to know how they're busting legal hemp grows, because that's what they're doing. They bust, or the geniuses were robbing a legal hemp place
Maybe
down there.
he
in
meant
Anson.
hash and not hemp.
Maybe. So yeah, we'll figure, because yeah, they shouldn't be busting legal hemp places, legal hemp grows anywhere, because now, thanks to Donald J. Trump, that is hemp is legal to grow across all the states in the United States of America. They have lifted the hemp ban, which was absolutely stupid, because hemp is one of your best crops. You make paper out of it, cardboard. It has many industrial uses. It's a very fine fiber, very strong fiber to use, so it has a lot of uses that you can use it. And our stupid ban on hemp that we had forever, and I have no idea why that, the yo-yos that claim that there was something the matter with hemp, I would like to see what, even those that think marijuana is just going to ruin society or whatever, there is none of that component with hemp. It's like growing tomatoes or something.
Teresa says it helps with her knee. She's just saying. Helps with a lot of things.
Well, yeah,
like
you can get,
CBD oil
like
and
the
stuff.
CBD oil you can get out of hemp. You don't need to grow marijuana with THC. And that's probably what they use, because it's less, the marijuana with the THC is more sensitive to and harder to grow, and it's more susceptible to crop damage, bugs, and everything else, where hemp is even more of a weed than weed. It's a lot more so. And you get the same effects of like the CBD oil, hemp oil, and stuff like that. So yeah, they use hemp is grown a lot for making those type of products too.
Right.
And hey, if that's, and I mean, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about that CBD oil. A lot of people claim that's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
So what is the harm of somebody using CBD oil to cure their ailments? Somebody please explain that to me.
On next week's show.
We'll be back
on Monday.
On Monday.
For Manic Monday.
Oh, we're going to call it Manic
Margarita Monday.
How about Motown Monday?
No,
we're going to play Motown music on Monday.
you can't do Motown music because that's like what Woody says. Now you're ripping off on Woody's.
No, when I first started, when Pablo was our engineer, when I first started in here, that's what we did. We call it Motown Monday because we used to play, all the bumper music was all Motown stuff. So Woody stole it from me.
Well, Wayne has some explaining to do.
Yes, because Wayne wasn't in business at that time.
Or was he?
Not in Moreno Valley, anyway. No, that's been a long time.
True.
They've had Motown Mondays at
I
bars
say Money
and
Mondays,
stuff.
and then you give me money.
Materialistic Monday.
Ooh.
Send in your thoughts or comments of
Wow.
what we should title Monday going
that'll be
forward.
fun.
Yes. Send in your thoughts, suggestions, comments on what we should title. Maybe we should run some contests for every day what to title the show.
You're a jerk. Okay. Thanks for watching.
That's a boy. You figured out the easy
We're
way to do
done.
that. Just put the camera on. We're
Oh,
out of here.
yum.
That's it. So, that's it for today.
Yeah. Happy Friday. Have a safe, fun weekend, y'all.
And that have fun. Go to the figure 8 races,
Or not.
or not.
Go clean up your community.
Go clean up your community
kind
tomorrow.
to a
Do
stranger.
something fun. Yes. Go help. Do something nice for a stranger.
Yeah.
Total stranger.
It's a good idea.
That's it.
That was a good feeling.
And
Anyways.
with that,